Have you ever wanted to join an esports team? You know, be a part of an esports team. Did you always fall short or try to wonder, like, what am I doing wrong? How do I get into an esports team? How do I join an esports team and become like a signed professional athlete? Well, here are the tips and the tricks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode on The Final Circle, and today we're going to be talking about how to join an esports team. Number one, what do you got to do? First things first is, of course, like I said, I've probably said it in another episode, but master the title, master the game. Now, not just mastering the game, master a role in that said game. There's different roles in different parts of esports teams, you know, in particular games, of course. So if we talk, for example, if you are playing FC25 and you want to join a pro clubs team, you have to master the art of being part of an engine, or rather being a cog in the machine of a full engine, that kind of thing. So you have a role to play, a role that is very, very pivotal, that you have to be the best at. You know, if you bring it down to battle royale terms, or, you know, player versus player terms, in PUBG Mobile, for example, you have the in-game leader, the IGL, the fragger, the front man, the man that is always in the front lines, taking fights, you know, pushing enemies backwards, that kind of thing. Mobile Legends as well, you've got the jungler, you've got, you know, the guy that hides and waits in the bushes. You know, everybody has their roles. So you have to pick a niche, you have to pick a role, and then grind towards playing in that role first and foremost. So, but it's always going to be very hard if you are trying to play the IGL, play the frag. I mean, it's cool to have, you know, knowledge and abilities in different roles, but you still gotta specialize. Number two, compete in tournaments. No matter the tournament, no matter the scrimmage, compete. Always compete. You always gotta compete. The more you compete, the better chances of your name popping up on the feed. You know, it's not necessarily about, you know, getting all the kills, getting all the eliminations, you know, doing all the clutch moments or all the clutch plays. I mean, those things are nice, those things are great. They're very good for the highlight reel, for the cameras. They are all nice. But, you know, there's certain players that they don't do the highlight reel thing. You know, again, I'll reference football, like Rodri. Rodri is the Ballon d'Or, current Ballon d'Or winner, you know, 2024, 2025 season, or was it 2023, 2024? I think I'm not sure what season he is, but he's the current Ballon d'Or winner. And Rodri is not a highlight reel player. He's just efficient. You know, he gets the job done. He knows his role. He has specialized in that role, playing as an 8, and he's fine. You know, he's the engine of the team. Without him, it's very difficult for the team to succeed, because he's the type of player that brings the ball from defense to attack. It's his role. He has mastered the role so effortlessly that it's dangerous, you know, to find a replacement for that kind of player. You know, and it is what it is. That's just how it works. So, but he has competed consistently over time to acquire that level of skill and ability in the game rather. So it applies the same everywhere else. If you are trying to, you know, break in and get spotted by a team, you have to at least compete in the events that these teams are watching. Number three, I would say number three is building a strong personal brand. You know, it's good to be known for something on the inside of the game, inside of the title. It's good to be known, oh, this guy is very, very good at doing this, he's very, very adept at doing that, oh, his communication is absolutely perfect, he's good at cooking, he's good at eating, he's good at dishing. Yes, we know, but that is inside of the game. What about outside? You know, majority of the people that play the game still live, eat and breathe and still consume content on the outside. That is where personal branding matters. You know, you want to build your brand inside of the game as a solid player, which is fine, but outside of the game is where the work is really starting. What are you as a person? What do you represent? What kind of brands do you think would be interested in seeing you? That is where, you know, personal branding matters. It's one thing to be, you know, top level in a tournament, you know, and participate, but then esports teams are looking for people that they can actually put their face to brands, you know, push their face to brands, push them to content and other things that they can market for the esports team and for those brands as well. Oh, and the last thing I will talk about is being a team player. You know, you always have to still put that element of being a team player. You know, I did talk about it before, you have to specialize in a role, but you always have to make sure that that role carries your team along. You always have to make sure that the team is up to date the team has to be up to date on your latest shenanigans. So yeah, always be a team player. It's absolutely important to be a team player. You have to, know how your role benefits the team and how you can improve on that role, and then keep the team with you. Because some players, they tend to get good and get so good that they don't carry the rest of the team along with them. So they tend to get better and bigger than the team, and that is a problem in of itself. So you always have to, stay humble, keep it low key, keep it chill, keep it vibey, and don't go too crazy. You understand? That's what I feel. And then also speaking of keeping updated, you always gotta keep updated with your latest and greatest achievements. You always gotta keep a CV on you. You got that, you gotta keep that CV on you, bro. You always gotta keep it on. You gotta know, keep the people that are looking out for athletes or looking out for players. You always gotta keep something in your back pocket for them. Always gotta keep updated. Okay, this is the latest I've done. This is the latest I've dealt with, and all those kind of things, because also you always gotta, put your content out there, stream live, especially through live streaming, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, you name it, whatever it is, TikTok as well. All of the streaming platforms. If you're not on at least 2, you gotta, like I said, putting your face out there, putting your brand out there. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It's been another episode of The Final Circle. And the next episode, let me know what you guys want me to talk about. Showtime, showtime, showtime.